You were fine. And then something in you changed. No real fight, no real reason, just this quiet feeling in your chest. This won't last anyway. So you went cold, created distance where nothing was wrong, pulled away from something that was actually good. And it worked. It always works. And yes, you ruined it. Here's what nobody says out loud. You don't lose good things. You push them away before they get the chance to leave you. If you've ever done that, don't go anywhere. Because what's running in your mind right now has a name, and it's been making your decisions for years. You're not broken, you're predictable, and that's actually worse. Because it means this isn't random bad luck. Your brain is running a protection system, built when you were younger than the problem you were trying to survive. I'm Psychology Explained. Today we go inside that system, and we take it apart. Picture this. Something is finally good. Someone who actually shows up. A friendship that feels real. A version of life you've wanted for a long time, and right when it starts to feel safe, you start pulling the thread. Not loudly. No dramatic exit. You just go quiet. Find something small to criticize. Create a problem where there wasn't one. Until eventually, it ends. And you stand there thinking, I knew that was going to happen. But here's the truth. You didn't predict it. You built it. And when it fell apart, your brain felt relief. Not sadness. Relief. Sit with that for a second. Here's why. Some brains are wired to constantly scan for the moment something good gets taken away. Not occasionally, constantly. Like a smoke alarm that never turns off. It doesn't wait for smoke. It panics during the quiet. Because in your past, good things didn't stay. They left. They came with conditions. They disappeared before you were ready. So your brain made a rule it never told you about. When things feel safe, your brain assumes you're about to lose them. So it starts the exit before you consciously decide anything. Underneath that lives something called locus of control. Some people feel like they're driving their own life. Others feel like they're always in the passenger seat, watching things happen to them. If you're the passenger, good things don't feel earned. They feel borrowed, temporary, so you return them first, on your terms, before someone takes them. That's not weakness. That's a brain that got really good at surviving loss and never learned that the worst is already over. Be honest, when someone genuinely tells you they're proud of you, what happens in your body? Not your words, not your face, your body. For most people watching this, it's not warmth, it's a flinch, like the words were addressed to someone else and delivered to the wrong person. Here's exactly what's happening. When you were young, your brain built a story about who you are, what you're allowed to have, how much good is too much before something comes to balance it out. Maybe love came with conditions. Maybe being visibly happy seemed to attract something bad. Maybe you were told, in 100 small ways, that you were too much, or not enough, or somehow both. That story didn't stay in childhood. It became the filter your brain runs everything through. So when real happiness shows up now, your brain doesn't open the door. It checks the story first. This doesn't match what I know about this person. Send it back. Your brain will destroy something genuinely good, just to stay loyal to an old lie it decided was true about you. Not to hurt you, because it trusts the past more than your present. And sitting on top of that is a deeper version of imposter syndrome, not the career kind, the emotional kind, the one that whispers, I don't deserve this happiness. And if anyone looks closely enough, they'll figure that out too. So you remove it yourself, quietly, efficiently, before the exposure happens. It's like standing in front of something genuinely good and your body not trusting it, even when your mind wants to, even when everything is actually fine. Your nervous system never learned what safe actually feels like, so it treats peace like a warning sign. And it will keep doing that until you give it proof otherwise. But here's where it gets darker. Some of you aren't just avoiding happiness, You're addicted to the chaos that replaces it. Your nervous system doesn't just fear peace, it needs the crisis. And that's exactly where we're going next. You think the problem is that you can't hold on to good things. But here's what's actually happening. You're not just avoiding happiness. You're comfortable in chaos. Not because you enjoy pain, but because somewhere along the way, your nervous system learned that calm is dangerous. Think about it. If you grew up in an environment where things were unpredictable, where love came and went, where good days were always followed by something falling apart, your brain made a map. And that map said, when everything is quiet, something bad is coming. Stay ready. So now, as an adult, when life is actually calm, when things are genuinely okay, you don't relax. You get suspicious. Because peace doesn't feel like peace. It feels like the silence before something breaks. So you create the break yourself. You start a fight, you make a decision you know will cause problems. You blow up the calm before the calm can betray you. And the worst part? It works every time. Because now you're back in chaos. And chaos, at least, you know how to survive. Here's where it gets biological. When you're in crisis, when everything is falling apart, your brain releases cortisol and adrenaline. And over time, your body starts to expect those chemicals. Depend on them. Calm starts to feel like something is missing, like withdrawal from a drug you never chose to take. So you self-medicate with chaos. Not because you're dramatic, not because you love the pain, but because your nervous system is literally asking for what it knows. Psychologists call this a dysregulated stress response. Your body has set its baseline so high that normal life feels empty, flat wrong. And here's the cruelest part of this whole pattern. The people who do this the most are usually the most emotionally intelligent people in the room. They feel everything deeply. They think in layers. They care more than they show. And that same sensitivity that makes them extraordinary is the exact thing their unhealed nervous system uses against them. They don't destroy happiness because they're broken. They destroy it because they were never shown what it looks like to simply keep something good. So here's what actually changes this. And I want to be straight with you. It's not journaling. It's not positive affirmations. It's not waking up one day and deciding to be different. The real shift is smaller than that. And harder than that. It starts with one thing, tolerating good things for just a little longer than feels comfortable. That's it. Not fixing everything, not healing completely overnight, just staying in the moment of happiness for 5 more seconds before your brain pulls you out of it. Because here's what neuroscience tells us. Kurpum. Every time you stay instead of run, you create new data for your brain. And brains update based on data. The technical term is neural reconsolidation. Your brain rewrites old stories when you give it consistent new experiences. You don't have to believe you deserve happiness yet. You just have to act like you might. Don't pick the fight tonight. Let the compliment land without deflecting it. Stay in the conversation 1 minute longer than feels safe. Small, consistent, repeated. That's not weakness. That's how you rewrite a nervous system that forgot peace was ever possible. Here's the final truth. The people who self-sabotage the most are also the most self-aware. They know something is off. They see the pattern mid-destruction and keep going anyway. And that awareness, that painful, exhausting self-awareness, is not a curse. It's the exact tool that can change everything. Because you can't rewrite a pattern you can't see. And you see yours. The fact that you watched this far, the fact that something in the first 10 seconds made your chest tighten. That wasn't an accident. That was you, recognizing something true about yourself. And recognition is always, always the first step out. Before you go, I want to ask you something real. Which of these 4 patterns felt most like you? Type 1, if you always exit before the ending. Type 2, if compliments make you uncomfortable. Type 3, if calm makes you more nervous than chaos. Type 4, if you see the pattern, but still can't stop it. Drop your number in the comments. No judgment, no wrong answer. Just you, being honest with yourself for 30 seconds. And if this video cracked something open, subscribe. Not because we ask you to, but because this channel exists for people who are done running from the good things. You found it for a reason. Next time, we're going somewhere even deeper. We're talking about the people who are surrounded by others and still feel completely alone. Not because nobody loves them, but because they built walls so carefully, so invisibly, that even they forgot where the door is. If you've ever felt lonely in a full room, that one's for you. See you there.